All gamers now start to set themselves up for a B take. Work their way in through Warehouse. It's 2 players ready for Evolution Power, and a pretty nicely timed flash is going to get the info here for EP. EY is, or ZY rather, is doing all of that damage, and the hold is strong so far. AG with a favorable trade to start off this semi-final.
Yeah, really nice hold from ZY. The fact that he's able to find that, pretty sure that was a triple kill. And now it just feels like, you know, all gamers should be able to get themselves this opening round, especially with the 20 seconds remaining here. ZYK with critical HP, but does have the bomb, but again, has to be able to clear 3 players, has to get more map control. Not going to happen. So AG are going to be able to find the opening round, and let's get EP together here, kind of just waiting things out. ZY, though, playing a very dangerous game here. That smoke's about to dissipate, it's about to go away, so now he is going to run. Get himself a bit of a field day with the double kill earlier on in the first round, but he is that single person to hold this defense, and now EP, they're just going to send it in.
Yeah, and that's going to work. Contact play, and the timing's perfect. All gamers need to find an answer, and ZY is not going to be the one to do it. 1-2-2-2, also low as Do and ZQ try to come across to render some assistance on this B side. Do just a bit of a whiff there with the USP, might have been able to make the difference. Look at how low YZK and YH are, but EP will get it done this time. Now pre-rotate their way over to B if they're so bold. Maybe they can even just move 12-22 back over to B, backfill into mid with one of those A players, or even just have the 3-2 split, which it ultimately looks like is what they're going to do. ZY goes hunting for info, gets one, and more than that, gets a kill as well, and that's perfect. All gamers with a really nicely played round. I mean, this has been perfection from them on the global risk side. That is quintessential information gathering and using that info to win a round.
Nice little bit of a triple player setup here into Warehouse. I really like this, again, because even ZY, he gets the shot, he can retreat, then his 2 teammates, again, at least can play that instant duel right away.
It's himself a nice opener, but 2 players forward holding here in the Warehouse. It's, in theory, supposed to go well for AG. Now ZQ's going to have to come up with a bit of a miracle solo to try to save this round. He'll get a nice kill onto YH. The A-hold has gone really well too. Zhui has kind of popped off, so a couple of individuals making the difference right here for AG. ZQ can't manage to survive. The B site will be taken, but he's done a bit of damage on his way out, and so this will be potentially winnable for Zhui if he can take some positioning. Tight angle the fight onto Zay. Gets both low. Everybody just a sliver away from death. It still favors Evolution Power right now, but Zhui with a couple of quick shots could get it done. Evolution Power giving him absolutely nothing, but that time started to tick away, and Zhui is going to have to make his move, pushing forward, looking for the trade. It's not going to come through. Zhui gets it done. All gamers up 3-1.
Honestly, I feel like EP, they were playing that so well. They're playing the system together. They were just trying to go for that instant trade. They both knew they were low. They knew they had to just go for the double swing onto it, but the fact that they kind of so nicely done, and all gamers continuing the reign of terror right now with a 3-1, and EP, now things are getting a little bit chaotic. This is where things need to be adjusted quickly, and they're not even going to mess around. They're going to go straight into this B site. They've had enough.
Not having too much success on this B bomb side. ZY still surviving here as well. He's going to be given the opportunity to get that pistol out, maybe even have another crack with the TRG. EP are just not scaling into this site well enough, and now the flank coming through. This round is an absolute nothing burger for Evolution Power. AG are now kind of starting to dominate.
And look at really firing on all cylinders. And like you said, it just feels like all this, you know, defensive holds are just perfect. That last one was flawless. And look at how fast they're pushing down long. Like, they are not messing around. They just want this control, and they should be able to find this 1 kill at the bare minimum, and they do. But now the question, can they trade it out? And no, it's not looking good at all.
1-2-2-2 low though. Works himself off, tries to get back out to safety, but it's going to be really difficult to exit long alone. Probably needed a little bit of assistance. Unfortunately, Do not really able to render a whole lot. He didn't have a flash available. If he had a flash, he might have been able to get him out to safety. Now that defense on the A side falls on the shoulders of Do, and ZY coming across. Looks like AG, ooh, I was going to say want to kind of play a little bit more of an aggressive round out here in the 3-on-3. See if they can kind of catch Evolution Power off guard, but It's not worked out with the pick happening in middle. It's kind of given up the game. Evolution Power take the B site. Now it'll be a two-pronged retake from Do and ZY.
I don't like this, though.
I don't mind it. It depends on the timing of Do's activation. See if he can win this duel against XQQ. That'll really open this up. He's been able to cross. The shot was missed by XQQ. Now this is where things start to get a bit awkward. Do with the spam through the wall is going to catch Zay. Time a factor here. Do needs to get through and get this kill, and he can't do it. There was a moment of hope, but Evolution Power will hold on this time around.
Yeah, that was a decent attempt. I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, the two-pronged attack from the front and the back.
It was a lucky kill, for sure. But it's the kind of thing that could have led to a retake for AG.
They're doing it again.
EP feeling confident. It's going to be a quick hit in onto the B site, and ZQ can't get out of there. ZY was unable to hit himself a shot, and that's where this site is just going to falter.
Yeah, they've really just put a lot of emphasis for this B site. They really just have not entertained A at all. And now they're able to find some double kills, and Zay's just been able to push through this perfectly, and now Do by himself a 1-on-4. It's not looking good.
Yeah, I think EP's kind of reading into the fact that AG is running the double sniper setup, and they're deciding that they're not going to let AG play the game that they want to play, right? When you have the double sniper, you want a slow game, you want a pick-based kind of style. You don't want your opponent rushing into your face. You could see ZY was just completely caught off guard there, trying to set up at Warehouse. Couldn't really even get a shot off. So I wonder what the response will be from AG here. Do they just put a rifle back in the hands of ZY? Well, they have played a bit more aggro.
So now you have a triple player set up as a defense at that B site.
I mean, it's a good push from Zhui, but he's got to make sure he doesn't run into XQQ. Timing here will be a huge factor. Flash coming across now, though. ZY can't see anything, and this is where Zhui has to activate. He does catch XQQ as he tries to reinforce the offense on the B bomb site. ZQ holding strong, and there's no more attempts here for Evolution Power as AG holds strong again. There's no one to back up that initial entry. Well, again, another one of these slower approaches, which typically have been favorable enough for AG because they've been able to activate somewhere on the map and get the info, but this time they don't really get the info until Do fires that shot, so it's going to be a late rotate coming through. Luckily, the A-site defense is just good enough. Zhui with a huge multi-kill, and Do with that opener. I mean, that's an easy round for all gamers in the end. That's gone perfectly to plan.
Look at this reposition that actually could allow them, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to get it in behind YZK. Zay also coming across to try to reinforce, but the smoke's up, and he can't see any of these players pushing through mid. Timing has not worked out for Evolution Power at all. Do with the double entry, and Zhui as well leaves just Minnow alone against Do now after winning that duel against Zhui. Looks like Do wants to take the fight, or at least he wants to collect the C4.
Oh, wow, Do.
He's going to go B. This is crazy.
This is absolutely insane. He's going to get the timing.
It's a galaxy brain move from Do, completely unexpected by Minnow. But, you know, at least for Minnow, he's able to get early information that this is probably not going to be an A plant. Trouble is, he's on the complete opposite end of the map as the bomb plant goes down. So he's got as long of a rotate as you could possibly be making. Do's going to go hunting for this fight. Oh, was he spotted?
I don't know if he...
I don't think so.
I think he just missed it.
Minnow's still clearing angles. Okay. Now Do has been seen. Nade's going to go through, flash through as well to try to delay Minnow, and I think he's almost timed himself out of this round. He's going to go for the wrap in through Warehouse. He's still got to find Do, who could have repositioned. Do, aware of it? No! Do turns around at the wrong time, but time's such a factor here for Minnow. He's just got to charge this one down, and unfortunately, he's not going to catch up with Do in time. He is playing that time game to perfection. Ring around of Rosie, and Do says, hello, Minnow. That'll be a round for AG.
That's more like it. That's what we like to see, right? This is where I talked a lot of emphasis about Do, and
again, similar approach.
I don't even mind this.
Take the Warehouse control. You have someone in mid. You have someone at bottom along.
They're going to slip away too.
It's going to be another mid to A.
That's a perfect distraction. So 1-2-2 right now making the bit of a bait. ZY should be able to catch that rotate maybe, but ZYK needs to pull up something big. He can't. Now it's Minnow sitting in the big pit. Does so much work. He's able to find that double kill. And now his teammates, they're here. They're ready to assist on this. And AG, they crumble quickly.
I'm not sure why it took so long for those players to get out Warehouse. It really felt like the timing was a little bit off there for AG.
He's not biting on it, though.
Yeah, exactly. I think AG, they do need to sort of show some presence, right? You need to take a fight here if you want to try and pull a rotator across. This is not enough to fool Evolution Power just yet. You've still got two players to try to clear out on B, and XQQ has spotted those players in Warehouse, so the jig is up right here. AG might have to make a full rotation over to A and hope that Zway can get this entry, which is not going to go his way. YH should die to do, and that will open up a path in toward the site for AG, but they're going to have to scurry across because those smokes are going to start to fade shortly. Do, though, in a good spot on top of the site to try to lock down any aggression from Evolution Power, and that'll be the bomb plant just in time for AG. So nice mid-round from them, back over to the A site. It wasn't plan A, but it has worked so far, and we're in a 4-on-4 post plan.
Yeah, Amino should be able to clear this angle perfectly, but he's not even clear it. Oh my goodness. He did the quick one. And now AG just loading the kill feed, and this thing, once again for AG, is just panning out nicely. And like you said, perfect mid-round call, just making the readjustment, just knowing that XQQ went for the push.
I really like that angle from ZQ as well, the bottom along behind the box. Like, it's just one that people kind of dissuades them, and now they're back in toward middle.
Yeah, and this is, again, the situation where we see these fakes, if AG can, you know, kind of bite them a little bit, but EP haven't really fallen for it. They've really just kind of held their ground a lot.
You'll think from here it's going to be a mid to A with the do at the bottom along.
That's a big kill.
And it looks like that is going to be the case here, but they need some more frags. ZQ with a big spray down. Catches Mino, who's in rotation from B. Gives the numbers advantage over to AG. As they get caught here and will get caught. That is 9 for all gamers. They are now dominating map 1. Evolution Power. Yeah, this is a bit of a different setup for EP, that's for sure. That AG will be ready for it. In their way forward, contact play style. XQQ has got 1-2-2 in middle. And ZY has to get the trade for Zway. It's not quite gone to plan here for AG unless they can get YZK, which is not going to happen. Yeah, a change in approach from Evolution Power. Much more forward hold, and AG this time just kind of walk into it. They haven't been...
And just more like you said, you know, Elfish is just kind of reacting to the situation of the specific round. They're not really having a specific idea of what they want to do necessarily. But this is going to be important to find the skill. Good trade back. It's still 1 minute and 30. They don't have to commit to this B site, though.
Yeah, that's really good for AG, actually. Map control taken. The one question mark will be YH. He's going to be the X factor here. If he's going to be cleared out or not. Because if AG decide that they want to hit B without clearing him out, he'll be a fast rotate. He'll be a huge thorn in their side. Same can be said if they try to rotate through mid to A, which we've seen them do a couple of times. But, you know, it would be very easy for YH to go down for free here. If 1-2-2-2 checks him, or if ZQ checks him, he just goes down for free. And that's 4v3, so advantage gained for AG. Couple of isolated setups this time around for EP. I don't like that setup as much as what they had in the previous round where they were kind of fighting for warehouse control together. In this instance, Minnow was fighting warehouse control solo and YH was holding mid solo, and that's been dealt with so far by AG, but they line up and ZQ doesn't get the memo, can't find the trade onto Zay. So all of a sudden this round just kind of falls apart for AG. Do will not get the timing onto YZK, and that round is over and done with. That was probably the round that AG would have felt they could close, and you know, maybe even waiting to see if EP is going to walk and wander into their setup. But again, I think that's going to be wishful thinking for AG. They're going to have to do the hard work.
This could be good though. You only have the one player committed to this, right?
Flash over the top. XQQ though, good enough to hit one. Can't get the second through. Still does need to be traded down, and eventually will fall. 1-2-2-2. He gets himself another as well. As AG have the site, they have the numbers, they have the plant. They have a massive advantage which they can use to close out port. 10-7 is brewing as Do will catch YH in transition, and now Mino and YZK are stuck behind a smoke. They're trying to toss some util through, see what they can get done, but it is absolutely nothing really. YZK with one singular kill, but that is not going to be enough. Do on the flank will finish it off. 10-7. AG will take map 1, and that is Evolution Power's pick of port as well. This is the AG that we have come to know and love, and maybe, but no engagement just yet. You've also got Do in the vent, ready to take a swing with the TRG, and that is the power of the high-low setup. Too many targets to fire out for XQQ, and Do will also get onto the line here and try and take that fight to Evolution Power. Nice quick scope in onto Mino. Will get the job done pretty much. That's the perfect setup for AG. You talk about scissors, paper, rock. Well, in this case, at what point do we rotate this third player off?
Exactly. you can kind of hold on to it for a little bit longer, but that's where you, like, hopefully they can have like someone like, you know, ZQ to be able to get the rotate back through. I can't even believe that Jue's able to find that. Like,
XQQ's just not expecting him to re-swing on like 25 HP, but he does it anyway.
Exactly. And now this is where EP, they have to get going. Oh, but ZQ a little bit of an overextension on this one, so now it actually has created a little bit more space. But let's not forget, there's 30 seconds remaining. You can see that Jue's actually pushed all the way through A main. This is still a decent position. He's picked up the TRG. This could actually allow him to get this kill, but no, YH gets the better of it. Now this is a rotate game. AG might get caught here with the timing.
Yeah, 1-2-2-2 in a horrible position, and he's going to have to try and dig himself out of it. I don't know how he gets away with 2 there. He's just caught in no man's land, and he's still finding the fights that he wants. It's 2 now in the 1v1. He just has to live.
That's all he has to do.
YZK cannot win this round.
No, it's impossible.
The round is over.
Okay. Do once again, man. He doesn't even have to shoot a gun. He doesn't have to do anything. He just plays the timer. The second round in, or third at best, but EP really in a crunch time that they need to be able to find this round in their favor. They actually abandoned the original game plan. Now they're going to reconfigure it. They're going to commit to this. This could be problematic. Jue, though, is able to find that opener, still hunting for a little bit more. Look at the repositions. This is perfect. EP are slow to the draw here, Alfish. This is not good at all.
It's allowing that rotation to come across, but just not quickly enough. So Evolution Power are able to bust their way into the site. Let's see what Do and ZY have to say about it. It's going to be a quick retake attempt. It's not quite worked out to plan. Do running out of bullets there. The USP. So he's going to have to go for a second attempt at it. He's really been given nothing by EP. They've changed up their positions as well. So kind of just running his way out of the site, seeing if he can hope for anything. One kill's not going to be enough. So Evolution Power have their first round on the board.
This is their first time doing it. EP have played this. They lost to Baisha 10-5. They're going to see if they're going to use that learning lesson. They're all just underneath the stairway. 1-2-2-2. Can you be able to find an activation? Yes, he will. Him and Shui, they just slaughter everybody in their path. And they just take them out. And now AG find themselves another round in their favor.
And now there's 5. Okay, all 5 AG players, they're going to play aggressive out of A right here. They're going to take that fight to Evolution Power, who do seem to be pretty prepared for it, but maybe not prepared enough. They have walked into the blender. The blender's name is AG.AL.
It really is, and yeah, okay, the time not going to get called. EP, definitely a required time here.
Yep.
I love this. Like, again, AG, like you said, the last round is a perfect rotate. They have the, you know, the really good setup, the double player left and the right side. This time they put a lot of aggression onto it. They hit the NOS, they just go full into it. I mean, even if, you know, YZK is able to get this plant, that's fine. You know, AG, they're going to take it any day of the week. They have the number advantage. Do has still some utility available with 1-2-2-2. So this should be a decent position. But again, they just have to make sure they play this as the unit. If they start to go single-handedly one by one, that is a problem.
Oh, YZK is going to get a nice open plan. Oh, he almost goes down to ZY.
Yeah, this is bad, though. He doesn't have a lot of room for the post plant. Good job from AG. Again, just adding that extra pressure. That's what they need to do, because YZK, sorry, would have been in the position where he had to get the plant. Yeah, they're playing very defensive, so they don't have a lot of way to just get that intel. Flashes now, so Jue's got the little bit of an inkling on it. But now he's got the HK in hand. He's still, again, this is where he's trying to re-aggress. I don't know if this is the right idea. Do, oh, I can't believe he got the opening. I can't believe Do is able to find a triple in that kind of a position. There's no way that should be able to happen in AG. They just stomp the grounds.
Yeah, I think it's a really good play actually from Shui, because he knows that he's got players backfilling his position. If you're watching the minimap there, we get closer and closer to the Baisha AG Grand Final that I think we all want.
Yeah.
Run it back, 2025. Yeah, like I said, Summer Championships 2023, AG and Baisha were clearly the 2 best teams there. And this is the equivalent event of 2025. And I think we can say that AG is clearly the best team right now in this matchup. EP are folding like a wet noodle. You could see that the strategy for Evolution Power was to try to exploit the A site. They put a lot of presence there. That's where they've tried to finish, you know, multiple times, and it just hasn't worked out for them. So now they're going to try and explore over towards B, which is not gone too badly for them. So what YZK can do in this duel, he'll eventually be pushed away. 1-2-2-2 coming back for the fight. YZK will fall. So just all over the map, lads. Like, it's not even really close at this point. AG are kind of just death matching.
Yeah.
And EP are, you know, not really holding a candle to that in the aim department.
Yeah, that's very true. And like when you have someone like Du that's sitting at a 9-1, Shui's just getting shots, like 1-2-2-2 is again like putting up this star performance. You know, he was definitely a player that I was really expecting to see a lot out of him. Just again, like his last, you know, CFPL season, like quite some time in my opinion. But like the fact that he's just going for these swings, he's trying to mix up his style a little bit for some passive, you know, plays, but also the aggression. It's really, you can tell EP are getting thrown kind of in the thorns here. Like they don't know how to get out of this maze.
Doesn't look like they're really going to go up to much shenanigans. 1-2-2-2. Solo holding forward. He gets the best two here, and that's not going to be enough. So this round is looking like it's just going to peter out a little bit for AG. I don't know why EP have stalled here. Are they waiting for the push to come through elsewhere? Shui could potentially isolate a duel onto Mino. Obviously, this is a favorable duel for Mino, but you know, this is where, like, if you would have just accelerated as 5 as EP, you'd have a plan and you'd have time pressure. But now they're kind of giving AG a chance to sort of brawl their way back into this round. The rotates come through, the kills come out.
They're taking too long.
Yeah.
Like they could theoretically pull back on this if they want. Like there's still 40 seconds, but again, it just feels like they're really hesitant on taking the site control. Shui will go down, but it's a lot of second guessing and really just trying to, again, evaluate everything. And now ZQ, does he clear it? He does.
Yeah, lack of confidence from Evolution Power being displayed. So
absolutely.
It's 2-on-3. Looking pretty shaky at best. ZQ, the one that's
they're not even clearing
really dictating this game at the moment.
They're not clearing him.
He should not be allowed to get that done. Now it's a 2-on-1, and Zay is cowering on the side. He's been spotted behind the boxes. ZQ missed his jump up. That could be awkward. That could win the round for Evolution Power. ZQ trying to win the duel. Bomb not planted for Zay, and ZQ will win the duel as well. Just nothing going right for Evolution Power today. That is an illegal round to lose.
I can't believe in that situation too. Like EP, you could see all the different EP, but AG will take it. Such a misplay from EP, but AG will take it any day of the week. And now we talk about an 8-1 scoreline.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and this is going to be a confidence batterer for Evolution Power as well, unless they can stabilize something here in the second half, which they may be able to do. Mino, nice little bit of work from him. 2 for 2 still, but a lot of tagged up AG players. And my concern for EP is if they just get absolutely battered here by AG, they go into that game against Stallions, who they're not going to be given a 1v1, which is what they've been looking for. So now they have to make their own move. And Zay's in the position to shut this down, but equally ZQ, if he just hits one shot with the end of Zay, timing will work out for Zay though, as he does catch that second player with a grenade in hand. And so Evolution Power will get themselves a second round at least.
Yeah, that was really nice from Zay. Just again, nonetheless, EP, they pull a lifeline here and keep themselves in this game. Now you just get to see a little bit more of a barrel fight onto this one. And they find themselves, you know, successful in the fact that they've only lost Mino and done quite well. Pick up another. This isn't too bad. And AG, they're starting to slow down a
That's a really
bit.
nice round from XQQ.
Yeah.
You say AG slowing down. I think, honestly, you just look at that and say that's a nice individual play from XQQ. Yeah, like, you can't really do much about that.
Yeah.
I think he's waited a bit too long here.
I agree.
He's about to get flanked. So even if he does somehow break this crossfire, YZK would be there to finish him off. And that'll be another round for Evolution Power. So
very good.
Not over yet.
This is an opening.
It's a walk into B for sure. Heavy stack on A. Saw a lot of that from AG on their defensive side, but this is the reason why it tends not to be the case, because there is a hole in the defense over toward B. And XQQ's missed his opening shot. He's been punished for that one. Now AG have the site, and Shui is cutting off the rotates, or maybe not. Maybe he's being cut off. YH is going to get the freebie. Doesn't take him too much time at all. So 4-on-4 for the retake. Very doable for Evolution Power, but maybe slightly all gamers favored here as the smokes are up and denying any entry into that site. That's burning a lot of time off the clock here from EP. 1-2-2-2 close. Wants to put that M14 to good use, and he's helped out by Du as well. ZQ up above. Chimes in with one more, and that is pretty much going to be that. That's 9 for AG. One more round And they secure another match against Baisha in another grand final.
Yeah, that's just their thing.
Might be another good read here for AG if they're going to push their way into A. It's just the two players defending this time. Smoke over to B. IH having already gone down is a real problem. Zay needs to be traded. So far has not been. That's incredible. Zay gets 3. And he might have just won the round here for Evolution Power, but he still needs to hold on. Unfortunately, he can't. And so Mino is a solo. It's a 1v2. And the veteran of this roster has to save the day one more time. ZQ spotted out. Headshot comes through, but he's got no idea where Do is coming from.
No, this is a full guessing game right now, and Do, he's got the information exactly where Mino could be.
He's thread the needle as well. He's behind him. Oh, he's been spotted out. Now information given over to both players. Do confidently wants to take that swing, but he'll go down, and Mino saves the day. It's not done yet.
Yeah, that's great from Mino. I just made the comment about him being very quiet so far, but look, he pulls up the clutch factor.
YH and YZK. Yeah, should be good for 1 or 2.
They have to get the first kill, though. That's the problem.
Schway going to swing this solo? That would be a mistake. Yeah, that's not ideal. Just trying to throw a bit of grenade damage in there, and it's just resulted in his death, not to mention everybody else's. That's not ideal for AG.
No, it's definitely not, but really good work from Zay again. Like the fact that he puts himself in the position where he's able to get this double kill. It's such a tight corridor that you have to fight. They're going to allow this open. Oh my goodness.
Not sure how Do's still alive. 1 HP. Maybe the 1 HP wonder. Not quite. He actually did tag Mino there, but it was
just gonna say
through the wall. So a nice flick, but not enough this time around.
Man, if Mino would have went down there,
oh yeah,
that really winning a lot of good gunfights. That just removed that kind of that problem out of the equation. They might do that right here and right now.
Mino, 1 for 0. Jway's hunting for that trade. He actually finds XQQ, and they know where Mino is. They've got to be swinging him together. ZQ, well done on the trade. Was starting to fall apart again for AG there, but they've just traded effectively enough, and ZY's in a really nice spot to cut off the rotates. YZK, though, kind of just catches him out. Missed shot or 2 there from ZY. It gives Evolution Power another chance back in at this round. Do and ZQ to try and punish, but Do is in no man's land, really. He's not going to have any impact on this round unless he comes back up to Ram. ZQ's going to have to hold the fort until then. He gets himself 1. Do watching the hotel push now with a quick shot on to Zay. And it's just YZK left alone here for Evolution Power as he tries to push his way forward, get the fight that he needs. But time is a factor, and I think ZQ's won this one. He's just got to go charging forward and deny that defuse, which he will, even when the kill comes through. Evolution Power, their chances will go up in smoke as AG secure the 2-0 and secure yet another grand final appearance, this time against Baisha.